Darren, 2-all draw against Ballyclare here today. Just give us your thoughts. Firstly, it was a bit of a kamikaze first 15-16 minutes with all the goals.
Yeah, I'd say anybody following the game, the first 15-20 minutes, we're probably thinking it's going to end up at 6-5 this one. But yeah, started the game well. Great finish from Ryan. Then defensively we were poor for their 2 goals and got punished. And it's just a matter of getting back into the game, which we did do. Difficult to play against that win the first half. Then the second half you're expecting more, and we didn't. To be honest, we left it in the change rooms, didn't come out like we should have done. Didn't create enough chances. I thought the intensity, wasn't what we expected in terms of the importance of the game. But look, it is what it is. You could be sitting here at defeat. We're 2 games in now, 1-1 draw and 1, so we're still well in the hunt. So we had to take the positives out of it.
Yeah, it was a sort of scrappy game, and being down the side of the pitch now, you sort of feel the wind and how much that played a part in a hard pitch as well. And obviously both teams haven't played Tuesday night. It was one of those games that sort of just led to a lot of, not mistakes, but not a whole lot of football being played, I suppose.
No, there wasn't a lot of quality in the game for both, and it was difficult. It was scrappy and first and second balls. And sometimes you have to play games like that. You have to battle, and in fairness, there have been games in the season where we haven't done that, haven't battled. In fairness, the lads that did battle. Sometimes if you're not playing well, I keep saying it. Just work that wee harder and battle in second balls, and we did that. They're not bad in fairness. So you could look at it today. Nothing changes. We're still on course. We know the importance of where we're at. As I said, 2 games in, we're unbeaten in it. Next week we'll have Ryan, Engine, Moner and Fordy back. Like they're four big players for us, and you're having to deal without those lads today. Having to bring some of the young lads in. Someone that said the average age of the team today was 21. So you have to credit them in that regard. It's tough at this level of football, especially in the playoff. You've got a wee bit of pressure at home, but I thought we worked hard, but just for me, not enough quality today.
Yeah, in terms of, you touched on those 4 very experienced players to come back in, and also another positive was Jimmy Dorn getting back on the pitch today, and then he ended up wearing the captain's armband as well. How important can he be along with those other players and the entire squad for the last 3 games of the season?
Yeah, we're going to need everyone because you see throughout the season now the injuries and whatever, and trying to rest players as well, because we've been probably overusing certain players as well. So we give Evan a rest with our night to come back in, but having those players in, we get Jimmy's been been very good for us, just unlucky with that injury. His quality's undoubted in there, and having those other lads in. So 3 games to go, we know the importance of it. It's in our own hands. Probably come down to that game against Newton, but we can't look that far. Armagh City's going to be a difficult game first and foremost, so we need to focus on that and then worry about that after. But it'd be good to have those lads back. It's probably the first time all year we'll have a fully fit squad to choose from, so it'll be a nice headache for me to have.
Just looking at that Armagh game, obviously they drew 3 each from Newton today. I think we've drawn with them nearly possibly every game this season, the 3 games we've played them. Always a tough challenge up there, but as you touched on, it's certainly all these games are winnable, but they're also supposed to be losable and drawable as well, aren't they?
There's nothing in this. It's so tight. It used to be, in certain games you maybe think, that might be an easier game, but there's no game you can look at now that can be an easier game. Even I suppose ourselves in Newington, anybody playing against us, with the bottom 2, thinking that's a tough game to play against. So they're all going to be tough. We just have to be ready for it. Armagh City are well organised under Shea. They'll want to go and win the game. We have to go and get at them. We know the importance of the game. We need to go and win it, and we'll be ready for it.
And just finally, obviously a personal milestone for yourself, your 400th game in charge of Newry City. What does that mean to you? I know you probably not reflect on it, certainly until this season's over at the very least, but it's a heck of an achievement.
It is when you step back and look at it. I've said many times before, managing Newry for 1 game is a huge honour for me, being a Newry man. It's been an honour. I haven't changed a bit over those 400 games. It's been great. Honestly, it's been brilliant. It's tough. As I said before, I definitely wouldn't be recommending management to too many, but I've enjoyed it. As I say, it's been brilliant. The fans have always been brilliant to me.